With humankind's need for protection, we have created some intriguing weapons, with bombs being the most destructive. So in this video, you are going to learn about the most powerful bombs of all time. So share this video with your friends, like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell.
Just a reminder about our new giveaway. We're giving away the new iPad Pro or the new iMac Pro. The choice is yours. All you have to do is watch the full video, leave a like, comment the keyword hidden in the video, and make sure you're subscribed. It's that simple.
Number 5. Sarin gas, bio and chemical warfare.
It shows the field testing of a new type of weapon.
Biological warfare, aka germ warfare, is the use of biological toxins or infectious agents used for the intent to incapacitate or kill humans, animals, or plants as an act of war. Chemical warfare is basically the same with the use of toxic properties that include biological, radiological, and nuclear warfare. Together, they are known as CBRN, which is a military acronym for chemical, biological, radiological, and nuclear weapons. All of them are definitely considered weapons of mass destruction, or WMDs, by the Pentagon. Germany is recorded to be the first country to employ chemical warfare on the battlefields during World War I. They simply opened canisters of chlorine upwind of the opposing side and let the prevailing winds do the dissemination. But now, canisters can be installed in rockets or missiles and propelled hundreds of kilometers to a target. And the most feared CBRN is sarin gas. Sarin is the most toxic human-made chemical warfare nerve agent. It is the most rapidly acting of the known chemical warfare agents, and its reaction protocol is similar to certain kinds of insecticides called organophosphates. But sarin gas is much more potent and volatile than your household spray can of Raid. Developed in 1938 in Germany as a pesticide originally, sarin is a clear, colorless, and tasteless liquid that has no odor in its pure form, and therefore sarin can evaporate easily and spread into the environment. Also known as GB, sarin was used in 2 terrorist attacks in Japan in 1994 and 1995. People can easily be exposed by breathing air within the sarin gas. It can be exposed via eye contact or even through the skin and clothes, and it easily mixes with water. When this happens, people can be exposed by drinking or even touching the water. The competence of sarin can then easily taint the food supply and open up a scene of death of apocalyptic proportions. Within seconds after exposure to sarin gas, symptoms will appear, and it only takes minutes in liquid form. Because it does evaporate so quickly, sarin presents an immediate threat, albeit a short-lived threat. But don't exhale in relief so soon. Even a small drop of sarin on the skin can cause sweating and muscle twitching. So large doses of exposure to sarin will result in loss of consciousness, convulsions, paralysis, respiratory failure, and finally, death. Number 4. Napalm bomb. Napalm is a mixture of chemicals designed to create a highly flammable and gelatinous liquid, which initially was a thickening agent combination of naphthenic and palmitic acids. And that's where we get its name, napalm, or also known as firebomb. It burns slowly and can be propelled more accurately and to greater distances than gasoline. Developed by US scientists during World War II, napalm burns at a temperature of about 1,000 degrees Celsius or 1,800 degrees Fahrenheit. Harvard scientist Louis Pfizer created this incendiary weapon in 1942. After its creation, napalm was used in several conflicts in the aftermath of World War II. It devastated in the Greek Civil War in 1944 to 1949 and Indochina from 1946 to 1954. Napalm was also the #1 weapon in the Korean War from 1950 to 1953. Many historians and scientists agree that napalm was the factor that destroyed 2/3 of the Algerian forest. And again, large quantities of napalm were used against Castro's rebel troops in Cuba from 1956 to 1961. And of course, we are all aware of how these incendiary weapons were the core weapons during the Vietnam War, which lasted from 1961 to 1973. Napalm was so devastating that in 1979 an international agreement was reached, and Protocol 3, also called Protocol on Prohibitions or Restrictions on the Use of Incendiary Weapons, was formalized. Napalm was among the first weapons to address on their agenda, because even if a person is not exposed to direct contact of the flames in napalm, the blast itself can cause head trauma, hypoxia, and carbon monoxide and dioxide toxicity. Although napalm is not supposed to be used today, the US military has slightly changed the formula, and it's now used under the guise of MK77, and was used in the 2000s in Afghanistan and Iraq. Number 3. Father of all bombs. In 2007, the Russians successfully tested and released their aviation thermobaric bomb of increased power, which was quickly nicknamed the father of all bombs. When asked about their newly developed bomb, Russian Deputy Chief Alexander Rushkin simply said, "All that is alive merely evaporates." The thermobaric weapon releases a cloud of flammable gas over the target before the detonation, so the heat of the explosion also creates a deadly pressure wave that is damaging to tanks, caves, and bunkers. The FOAB is reportedly 4 times more powerful than the US military's biggest non-nuclear weapon, the GBU-43B massive ordnance air bomb, which is also known as MOAB, or the mother of all bombs. This makes the Russian device officially the most powerful conventional non-nuclear weapon in the world that creates supersonic shockwaves and extreme temperatures. Its blast, which is equivalent to 44 tons of TNT, creates a pressure wave that has the similar effect of a small nuclear weapon. As a matter of fact, the FOAB replaces several smaller nuclear bombs because they generate longer, more sustained blast waves with higher temperatures as compared to conventional explosives. FOAB is also peculiar because it uses the oxygen from the atmosphere itself to burn, rather than relying on an oxidizing agent like other explosives, so they produce more energy. Number 2. ICBM. By now, you're surely aware of the Intercontinental Ballistic Missiles, or ICBM. They can travel at least 3,400 miles and are built primarily for transporting nuclear weapons. With the capabilities of being launched from airplanes, submarines, missile silos, and vehicles, these are essential in the artillery of all superpowers on the planet. Most Russian ICBMs are capable of reaching multiple targets in the Americas, and China also has a few with the same potential. India maintains their ICBMs, and all of these countries are constantly upgrading their nuclear warheads and ICBM systems. With the advancing technology, several nuclear warheads can now be launched at once because of the MIRV. Multiple Independently Targetable Re-entry Vehicle is a payload for ballistic missiles that contains multiple warheads. This is where science gets very scary. Each warhead has the capability of being aimed to hit one of many targets. The old-fashioned warheads could only transport a single nuclear bomb on a single missile and aim for a single target. But in our current era, we possess missiles that can carry several warheads that can simultaneously hit lots of targets thanks to the MIRV. MIRVs were originally developed in the early 1960s, and today a Russian MIRV can carry up to 16 warheads, with each missile able to travel at different speeds and in different directions, and some MIRV missiles can hit targets as far as 1,500 kilometers apart. Number 1. Tsar Bomba, hydrogen bomb or H-bomb. You may have heard about the B-41 or the MK-41 bomb that has the destruction of 25 megatons. You probably already know that this United States-made weapon is probably the most powerful thermonuclear weapon ever built by Uncle Sam, and they keep them stockpiled, with an estimated 500 being manufactured in the last century. But the US B-41 thermonuclear weapon is not the biggest, baddest bomb on our spherical rock. No, the number 1 place goes to the Tsar Bomba, which is also known as the hydrogen bomb, or for short, the H-bomb. In comparison, the H-bomb contains 100 megatons of destruction to the US's B-41 with a 25 megaton yield. When the H-bomb was first tested, it was pretty much the last time that it was tested. The results of the test recorded a massive mushroom cloud, estimated to have gone as high as 40 miles into the sky, which is about 7 times as tall as Mount Everest. At this height, the cloud went through the stratosphere as well as the mesosphere, which is truly overkill. And to accompany the clouds, the H-bomb unleashed a massive fireball that nearly reached the height at which the bomb was dropped. This means that the explosion was visible to the naked eye for more than 600 miles away. So who won the Cold War? Well, the Soviet Union no longer exists, but they didn't go quietly into the night. The H-bomb was the Soviet Union's rebuttal to the United States nuclear program. To this day, Tsar Bomba, H-bomb, remains the most powerful device ever detonated. Now that your terror alert might have increased a few notches, you can rest at ease, because the world's deadliest bomb is too big for military applications. Transporting the bomb caused major obstacles and repercussions because it doesn't fit in a jet unless the jet is specifically designed for the bomb. And even in that case, the H-bomb is too heavy. Plus, the crew that deploys and detonates the bomb only have a 50% survival rate because the blast zone is too great and will probably engulf the jet and crew. This is the type of devastating weapon that can just as easily hurt the victim as well as the intended target. And these are the most powerful bombs of all time. Which ones are the most fearful or fascinating for you? Be sure to leave a comment below, like, share, subscribe, and ring the notification bell.
Just a reminder about our new giveaway. We're giving away the new iPad Pro or the new iMac Pro. The choice is yours. All you have to do is watch the full video, leave a like, comment the keyword hidden in the video, and make sure you're subscribed. It's that simple.